Yeah, I probably could use better language than interesting. Not very encouraging. Yep, there it is again. Okay, I definitely shouldn't do that. Yeah, that could have worked better when I felt like I had him switching between the horn and the mouthpiece and the horn and the mouthpiece. I probably could have planned that out a little bit better. Using for me, he had a really, really strong buzz on his mouthpiece. Like it was really, really successful. But then when he went to the horn, it was just completely different. Which I get, it requires more air. Um, I dumping a lot more air into the horn than the mouthpiece itself. But yeah, that was definitely an obstacle that I had to figure out how to get over on the spot, which I wasn't really prepared for. I use the word tighten to describe how to play any brass instrument. I probably should work on taking vocabulary like that out because that adds the idea of tension in. To the marching horn was much of a good idea. I guess my thought process on the spot was that the horn was a little bit smaller and I find it easier to play at times, but I don't know. I guess I could have just thrown him off altogether because it's just adjusting to a completely new horn when he's barely played on the first one. Yeah, that was one thing I had to keep telling him about was taking a big breath. Yeah, he kept taking chest breaths whenever he was playing. Yeah, I used the word aperture, and I never even explained to him what that was. So I guess I could work on either explaining my vocabulary or dumbing it down a little bit for people that don't really know the entirety of the instrument, the workarounds. Yeah, I wouldn't normally tell somebody that just to get a F in the staff out, but I was hoping it would help them a little bit just to achieve a better tone early on. Yeah, pointing the air down is much better for like playing above the staff, D, F, and higher. Yeah, it was really weird doing this with a friend as opposed to somebody that I'd never really like I teach with this eighth grader that I'm not super like I don't know him very well, and it's nice being able to do something like this with a friend because I'm more comfortable with them, so I could joke around with them or not hurt their feelings. But of course, my vocabulary and everything with the eighth grader that I'm teaching is completely different. But yeah, it was very different. It feels like it changes the teaching environment a lot to work with somebody that I'm more comfortable with. Yeah, I think this helped him a little bit because took away some of the complexities. You don't have to focus on so many things at the same time, pressing buttons, trying to get the notes out and all that. One thing I'm proud of myself for is singing along things while I'm saying it. So instead of just saying open one, one and two, one and three, open, I'm glad I could sing and demonstrate it. Yeah, I don't know if it made much of a difference for his learning, but for other people, it definitely helps. I feel like. Yeah, this got kind of frustrating at times. We have moments of huge success, and then we just go back to moments of needing to work around and everything. Um, but yeah, it was fine. The moments of success were really rewarding. It was just trying to bounce back from it because like we do really well at one point, and then we'd have to turn around and start working on the same thing over and over again. And I think that's where my lesson planning kind of fell apart. I planned um, like I don't know, I tried really hard to follow my schedule, but some things that I planned for just took a lot longer than I'd ever imagined. Such as this, just getting two notes out, the F and the B flat. Yeah, it took way longer than I had actually planned on. And of course, I wouldn't say it's somebody that I wasn't comfortable with. Yeah, and I think actually having him sing the note helped him a lot too, which I'll definitely have to use that in the future because it kind of gives him an idea of what to listen for. Because it's hard to play a note that you don't know exactly what you're trying to play in the first place. Yeah, we go into articulation right here. I kind of want to skip to because I really wanted to play a moment where he had a lot of success on his final run. He was having so much trouble playing along with the song. We did "Oh When the Saints Go Marching In," and then finally the last thing I told him was before we did our final run, because obviously I went way over the time that I planned for. I planned for 30 minutes. But yeah, he was just struggling so much with it. So the last thing I told him was, I was like, "Hey, I feel like you're just playing really quietly because you're not like comfortable with the way like you sound, like you're just not pleased with it. So yeah, I feel like if you just played more confidently, it would actually just make you sound a lot better and get the notes out. So I'm gonna skip to the end, so I kind of see how that moment went again. Uh, sure, I'll do about right here. Yeah, I definitely spent way too time talking about that. I think pretty I'm having trouble hearing them with the videos. One, because my bell is facing directly at the camera, but I actually was having trouble hearing them at some points during the lesson too. So I definitely could work to play a little bit softer when I'm working on a lesson with somebody else. I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. See if I can catch it. Yes, cutting the song. I planned on teaching him the entirety of it through like the whole phrase, but I ended up cutting it in half just for time constraints. But yeah, that was after I had told him that he just needed to play more confidently. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that part. Something that I wouldn't have thought would have helped in the end, but at the end, me just saying, "Hey, play more confidently," actually made him sound a lot better. So yeah, yeah, I'm pretty proud of how that went in the end.